Hey, and welcome to this morning's DreamFuel breathwork and visualization session designed to help you visualize owning your dream home. I'm Alex, and I'll be your guide this morning. I have 2 decades of experience coaching and guiding breathwork and visualization with elite performers from professional sport to the C-suite of the Fortune 500. Before we start, a quick note on why this works. Your breath is the fastest way to regulate your nervous system. Controlled, intentional breathing signals safety to the brain, reduces unnecessary threat responses, and brings the body into a state where focus, clarity, and good decision-making are consistently available. Visualization adds another powerful layer. The brain struggles to distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real ones. When you rehearse a state in rich sensory detail, you activate the same neural circuits you'll use in the real moment. Over time, that's how neuroplasticity wires new responses. In other words, you're training your nervous system for how you show up in the moments that matter. State is contagious. The level of clarity and authority in your nervous system is felt immediately by the people around you. Great leaders don't just manage strategy, they manage state. By the end of this session, most people will feel noticeably calmer, clearer, and more grounded. The kind of steady confidence that allows you to move through pressure with presence. Okay, let's dive in. We're going to use 2 tools today, breathwork and visualization. 2 highly potent tools for your mindset. Breathwork calms the nervous system and releases tension from the body, and visualization is a guided talk track which helps reprogram your mind or prepare it for action. Phase 1 of today's practice will be roughly 10 minutes of intense breathwork, followed by the visualization. The breathwork element of today's practice will consist of 3 rounds of just over 2 minutes of breathing. We'll be using the same technique across all 3 rounds, a technique called the power breath, where you'll purse your lips as if holding a straw in your mouth, breathing in as hard as you can through the straw and out as hard as you can out of the straw. For round 1, you'll breathe at a tempo of 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. Round 2 will be 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out. And round 3 will be 1 second in, 1 second out. I'll remind you of all of this as we go, you don't need to remember. At the end of each round, you'll be taking a short breath hold, where I'll ask you to inhale as deeply as you can through the straw, filling up the belly while relaxing the shoulders, and you'll hold your breath. We'll start at 30 seconds and add 15 seconds on each round. If you can't hold your breath for as long as I'll guide you to, that's absolutely fine. Just start to breathe slowly in and out of the nose whenever you feel the first deep urge to breathe. If you happen to lose your pace while breathing, you can always open your eyes and look at the moving graphic on your screen. You can do this practice seated or lying down, wherever you feel most supported and somewhere where you won't be disturbed. Before we dive in, if you have any neurological, cardiovascular, or breathing issues such as asthma or are pregnant, please do not participate in the breath holds today and reduce the intensity of your practice by about 50% of what I'll guide you through. Instead of holding your breath, simply breathe in and out of the nose before we begin the next round of breathing. It's very common in this practice, particularly the breathing element, to experience tingling or cramping in the hands, the feet, or the face. There's nothing to worry about here at all. If you wish to get rid of that feeling, simply slow your breathing down and come back to nose in, nose out breathing. Okay, let's begin. So finding your space where you can fully relax, settle into the moment, either on the ground or in your chair. Just make sure you're comfortable and supported. And whenever you're ready, just draw your eyes to a close. Just become aware of the expansion of your belly as you inhale. And let it fall back in, collapsing gently on every exhale. We'll get started with our first round of that power breath in about 20 seconds. So as powerfully as you can, in through the straw for 3 seconds, out through the straw for 3 seconds, letting the belly fully expand on the inhale and fully collapse, pulling the belly in towards the spine on every exhale. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. In, out, out, out. In, out, out, out. In, in, out, out, out. In, out, out, out. In, out, out, out. Keep it going. Breathing as deeply as possible, filling up the lungs as much as you can on the inhale, then squeezing all of the air out, pulling the belly in towards the spine as you breathe out. This practice is about depth. It's not just about speed. We're getting deeper into the lungs on every inhale and forcing more air out on every exhale. Keep it going. You may feel resistance in this first round to the breath. Just keep going. Focus on the next breath, commit, and pierce through any resistance with every single exhale. Keep it going. Make sure you've got that. Keep it going. Make sure you've got that straw in the mouth, pursing the lips, pulling the air in through the straw, pushing it out through the straw. Keep it going. We've got 15 seconds. Then we'll go for our first breath hold. Keep breathing. And we'll hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale through the straw. Fill up the lungs as much as you can, all the way to the top. And hold the breath. And we'll release the breath in 3, 2, 1. Let it go with a sigh out the mouth. Full release, full exhale. To ground yourself with the breath. And we're in for our next round. 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out, all through the straw as powerfully as you can. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. In, out, out. 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 Keep it going. Full expansion of the belly. And then full collapse as you breathe out, pushing the air out through the straw as forcefully as you can. Keep it moving. In this second round, we're focused on the exhale. What are you letting go of with every single exhale? What are you currently holding on to that is no longer yours to hold? Flush it away with every single exhale. Let it go. Any beliefs, any worries, any fears that are holding you back, release them. Let them go. Keep breathing. Getting deeper with every single breath. Recommit to the breath every single time. See if you can get 5% more air into the lungs on every inhale. Keep it moving. All the way through to the end. We'll go for our next hold in 15 seconds. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale through the straw. Fill up the lungs all the way to the top. And hold your breath. And release the breath in 3, 2, 1. Let it go at the mat with a sigh. Full exhale, full release. Ground yourself with an in-breath and an out-breath. And we've got one final round of breathing. It's a slightly shorter round, but it's more intense. 1 second in through the straw, 1 second out through the straw as powerfully as you can. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. In, out, 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 in, out. Keep it going. Final round. Again, just recommit yourself to every single breath. We're still getting as deeply into the lungs on every inhale as you possibly can. In this final round, we're focused on that inhale. What are you inviting back in? We've created a lot of space with the breath so far. What are you looking to fill it with? What intentions? What ambition? What joy? What gratitude? What love? Pull it in with every single inhale. Keep going. All the way through to the end. We've got 15 seconds and we're going for our final breath hold. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in one final time, all the way to the top. And hold your breath. And we'll release the breath in 3, 2, 1. Let it go with a sigh out of the mouth. Full release, full exhale. And just come back to nose in, nose out breathing. No need to count or do any work. Just settle into a relaxed breathing rhythm. And with every exhale, sink deeper. Sink deeper. The key rests in your hand. Small, solid, slightly heavier than you expected. You roll it gently between your fingers, feeling the edges. The grooves cut precisely into the metal. Cool against your skin. Real. Tangible. You stand in front of the door. Your door. There's a stillness here. Not empty, but full. Like the moment holds itself, waiting for you to fully arrive inside it before anything moves forward. You take a breath. The air carries subtle layers. Freshness. A faint trace of wood. Something clean. Something new. There's quiet around you, but not silence. Faint breeze moving through nearby trees, a bird calling out briefly before settling again. You bring the key forward. The motion feels deliberate, unrushed. The metal meets the lock. A soft, precise contact. You feel the slight resistance as you slide it in, the mechanism aligning. Then, the click. You turn it. There's a deep, more satisfying sound this time, a shift within the door, a release. You pause. Your hand rests lightly on the handle now, and for a moment, you don't move. You feel your body standing here. the weight of your feet against the ground, the subtle rise and fall of your chest, the quiet awareness that this moment is different. You push the door open. It moves smoothly. The hinges barely make a sound. The space inside reveals itself slowly. Light spills in from the windows, stretching across the floor in soft, warm patterns. The air inside is still, untouched. It carries a faint scent of wood, fresh paint, something clean and open. You step inside. Your first step lands softly, then another. The floor beneath you is firm and solid. You feel the texture through your feet. There's a slight echo to your movement at first. The space not yet filled, not yet softened by life. You close the door behind you. The sound is gentle but grounding. A boundary. This space is yours. You stand there for a moment, taking it in. The walls, the light, the openness. You notice how the light moves, how it touches different surfaces, how it shifts slightly as you change your angle. It feels warm in some places, cooler in others, alive. You walk forward slowly. Your hand brushes against the wall, smooth, clean, slightly cool to the touch. You move into the kitchen. The air feels subtly different here, more contained, more intimate. You run your fingers lightly across the countertop, cool stone, solid, permanent. You press your palm against it for a moment, feeling the stability, the groundedness. You open a cabinet. The soft creak of the hinge, the empty space inside, clean lines, no clutter. Empty. But not in a lacking way, in a full of possibility way. You close it gently. The sound lands softly. You walk further into the main living space. The openness expands around you. The ceiling height, the flow of the room, the way the space invites movement without restriction. You pause in the center, and you begin to hear it. Not literally, but vividly. Future conversations. Laughter moving through the room. The subtle clink of glasses, the warmth of shared moments, the quiet hum of music playing softly in the background. You can almost feel the presence of others here. Energy filling the space. You turn slowly, taking it all in from different angles. You walk toward the window. Light pours in more directly here. You step closer. The glass is cool as your fingers brush against it, and you look out. Outside, the world continues. Trees moving gently in the wind, leaves shifting, catching light in small flashes. The distant movement of people, of cars, of life unfolding. But here, there's a sense of separation, not isolation, but ownership. You step back, turning again. You move down the hallway. Each step slightly quieter now as your body settles more deeply into the space. You open a door. A bedroom. The air feels softer here, more contained. You walk in. Your footsteps slow. You can already feel it. The stillness this room will hold, the rest, the recovery, the quiet moments at the beginning and end of each day. You run your hand lightly across the wall again, then the window frame, then the floor. You leave the room, continuing down the hallway, another door, a different space. You step inside. This one carries a different energy, a place for focus, creativity, thinking. You can feel it already, the presence of ideas here, work that matters, moments of clarity, moments of challenge and growth. You stand there for a moment, then step back out, moving through the house, each room offering something different, not just physically but emotionally. You begin to notice how your body feels in each space, where it opens, where it softens, where it feels energized. You return to the center of your home. Standing in the main living space again, you take a deeper breath. And this time it lands differently. Your chest expands fully, your shoulders soften, your body settles. There's a realization that begins to form. You created the life that led to this moment. Not all at once, not in a straight line, but through decisions, through risk, through moments where you chose to keep going even when it wasn't certain. You feel that now, not as a thought, as something in your body, grounded and earned. You walk slowly toward the kitchen again. Rest your hand on the countertop, then let it slide off gently. You turn, looking across the space, the light shifting slightly now as time moves forward, shadows stretching, colors deepening, the room beginning to take on a warmer tone. You imagine evening here, a glow of softer light, the quiet settling of the day, the feeling of truly being home. You move back toward the front door, not to leave, just to feel the space from here again. You turn, looking back into your home. You see it differently now, not as an empty structure, but as something alive with potential, with memory, with meaning. You step forward again, into it, and just stand there, breathing it in, feeling it fully. This isn't just a house, it's a reflection of who you've become, of what you've built, of what you're capable of creating. And there's a quiet confidence that comes with that. It's not loud or forced, it's just steady. You belong here. You built your way here. And from this place, you live.